Before time had a name, before light had a source, there was a being too perfect to question, too radiant to behold. He stood beside the Creator, loved, trusted, and worshipped by all. But in the silence of his brilliance, a thought was born. Why serve when I could rule? This is the story of heaven's first traitor, Lucifer, the angel that tried to overthrow God. Lucifer's perfection surpassed anything seen in creation. The ancient texts describe him as the seal of perfection, dazzling in wisdom and radiant beauty, adorned in stones that reflected divine light in countless colors. Chosen as the guardian cherub, he stood closer to the throne of God than any other, moving amidst fiery stones on the holy mountain. Every movement, every word, inspired awe. There was no one like him among the angelic hosts. Yet, the very brilliance that set him apart also set him on a path none could have foreseen. Why did perfection nurture the seed of pride? Could anyone so gifted ever feel incomplete? In Lucifer's rise, the first shadow appeared in heaven. Lucifer was not just radiant in form, but a master of music and wisdom in heaven. When he sang, the celestial realms fell silent, captivated by a voice full of life and emotion beyond human understanding. His music united angels and filled the cosmos with harmony. But this gift of beauty and intelligence hid a dangerous secret. Could pride grow in the heart of one so perfect? Was his brilliance the spark that would soon ignite the fires of rebellion? The melody of heaven masked a growing unrest few could see. In the depths of his radiant mind, a dangerous thought took root. Is my light equal or even greater than the source of all light? This silent question grew into pride and envy, the first acts of rebellion in heaven. Lucifer's perfection, once a gift, became a prison of desire, to claim power that belonged only to God. Could such a being accept any authority above himself? This was the beginning of the first war in the universe, a cosmic fracture that forever changed the heavens and our understanding of good and evil. Why did pride blossom in the perfect? What would be the cost of this silent rebellion? The answers await in the chapters ahead. God, in his infinite wisdom, created humanity in his own image, breathing life and purpose into fragile beings unlike any angel. This new creation was to be loved and served by all, including Lucifer and his legion. But how could Lucifer reconcile his pride with the command to bow before a creature made from dust? The presence of humans was a spark that ignited his rebellion, a challenge to his claim of greatness. Why did God choose humanity to share his breath? And why did this choice shake the foundations of heaven itself? The answers lie hidden in this divine interplay of love, authority, and grace. Lucifer did not start with open rebellion. Instead, he planted doubts among the angels with subtle questions. If God is love, why demand constant worship? If we have free will, why must we serve another? These questions slowly corroded loyalty, shaping a rebellion born of pride disguised as truth. His words spread like a shadow, convincing a third of the angels to question divine authority. How powerful can doubt become when it festers in the heart? What happens when the brightest turn away in silence, choosing defiance over devotion? The stage was set for a war that would change the universe forever. The silent rebellion bred in whispers erupted into a cosmic war. Lucifer, claiming he could rule better than God, declared open defiance, rallying a third of the angels to his cause. The heavens, once a realm of unbroken harmony, were torn asunder by fiery conflict. Michael, the warrior archangel, led the loyal angels to protect God's throne, their weapons wielding light and divine power beyond all imagination. The battle was not mere combat. It was a spiritual struggle for the destiny of the universe itself. Angels soared through celestial realms, their swords clashing in flashes of brilliance against shields of divine energy. Despite Lucifer's cunning promises of freedom and power, the loyalty of heaven's armies held strong. Why did Lucifer, once the brightest, choose rebellion over unity? Could pride blind even perfect beings to their own destruction? This war marked the ultimate fracture between light and darkness. Lucifer's forces fought fiercely, but the heavens could not endure division. The decisive moment came when Lucifer, though brilliant and fierce, was defeated and cast out, his ambitions shattered, but his legacy indelible. This battle reshaped the cosmos and set the stage for the eternal conflict we still witness in the spiritual and earthly realms. At the climax of the celestial war, the Archangel Michael faced Lucifer in a fierce duel that would decide heaven's fate. Michael's sword struck with the full force of divine justice, wounding Lucifer and leaving scars across his once radiant face and chest. The morning star, once the brightest, staggered, a moment of vulnerability in his pride. Yet fury and defiance burned in his eyes. The heavens held their breath as light clashed with shadow in a battle that echoed through eternity. Lucifer's rebellion, born of pride, ended in defeat and disgrace. Cast out from the eternal throne room, his perfect form twisted and broken, he fell through the heavens like lightning thrown down. This fall marked not only the loss of his heavenly position, but the birth of a new identity. Satan, the adversary of all that is good. How does one so exalted become so fallen? What cost does rebellion demand when pride challenges the divine? The echoes of this moment shape the timeless struggle between light and darkness. After his fall from heaven, Lucifer could no longer claim the title of light-bearer. Instead, he became Satan, the adversary, forever at odds with God and mankind. Cast down from the mountaintop of divine glory, he was thrust into darkness, condemned to a lonely existence away from the presence of God. Yet his defeat was not the end, but a transformation. His battlefield shifted to earth, where he began his mission to deceive, tempt, and wage spiritual war against humanity. The Bible reveals Satan's ongoing efforts to turn the people from God's path, spreading lies and fostering rebellion. Despite his craftiness, Scripture assures his ultimate fate is sealed: eternal judgment and eternal separation from God in the lake of fire. This new identity marks not only his fall, but the beginning of a cosmic struggle still unfolding today. A battle between light and darkness, playing out in every soul on earth. What does this mean for us now? How does this ancient conflict affect the choices we face every day? These mysteries invite us to look deeper. If you thought the story of Lucifer was just the beginning, wait until you discover what happens next video. A hidden truth that will change everything you thought you knew. Click to see the next chapter and unlock the mysteries waiting just beyond the fall. Are you ready to face what lies ahead?